A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant escalation of military presence in the nation's capital, National Guard units have begun carrying firearms under the direction of President Donald Trump. This directive, issued by the Defense Department, marks a controversial move in Trump's ongoing efforts to exert federal control over local law enforcement. An unnamed official from the Defense Department confirmed that troops on specific missions in Washington, D.C. would be armed, with some carrying handguns and others equipped with rifles. This decision comes as thousands of National Guard and federal law enforcement officers patrol the streets of D.C., a move that has sparked protests among local residents. The Joint Task Force responsible for policing in the Capitol announced that the armed units began their patrols on Sunday, emphasizing that the use of force would only be permitted as a last resort and in response to imminent threats to life or serious bodily harm. Videos circulating on social media show National Guard members interacting with civilians, with some residents expressing concern over the military presence. Trump's military deployment is not limited to Washington, D.C. The president has hinted at extending this approach to other cities led by Democratic mayors, including Baltimore, Chicago, and New York. This potential expansion has drawn criticism from local leaders, particularly Maryland Governor Wes Moore, who has openly challenged Trump's narrative about crime and public safety in Baltimore. Moore invited Trump to visit the city to discuss safety issues, but the president responded by suggesting he might instead send in the troops. In a post on Truth Social, Trump criticized Moore's record on crime and suggested that he would take similar actions in Baltimore as he did in Los Angeles, where he deployed the National Guard despite opposition from California's Democratic governor. Moore countered Trump's claims, pointing out that Baltimore has seen a decrease in violent crime, with homicides dropping significantly over the past 2 years. As tensions rise, the presence of armed troops in the Capitol has raised alarms among civil rights activists. Reverend Al Sharpton, speaking at an event in Washington, denounced the deployment, claiming it is rooted in profiling and racism. He noted that no white mayors have been targeted for military intervention, framing the issue as a civil rights concern. In response to the potential deployment in Chicago, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker stated that there is no emergency warranting such action and accused Trump of trying to manufacture a crisis for political gain. Chicago's mayor, Brandon Johnson, also voiced his opposition, asserting that the city does not need a military presence and would take legal action to prevent it. With crime rates in Washington, D.C. at their lowest in over 30 years, the justification for the military presence remains a contentious topic. Despite the data, Trump has characterized cities run by Democrats as dangerous and dirty, a narrative that has faced pushback from local officials who argue that the president is misrepresenting the realities on the ground. As the situation develops, the implications of Trump's military strategy could reshape the dynamics of local law enforcement and federal authority in urban areas across the country. The ongoing debate over safety, governance, and civil rights continues to unfold as communities grapple with the presence of armed forces in their neighborhoods. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.